Now, I want to share something with you guys, okay? I'm going to write this on a board here. And what we're going to do is we're going to sort the population, okay? See, what you guys got to understand is that we're in a people business, okay? Network marketing is a people business. And what I want you guys to understand is you need to understand that from day one that you need to get to learn people. Everybody with on that? Okay, now I'm going to show you something. We're going to break down the population here, okay? 20% of the population is very, very negative, okay? I don't care what you're trying to tell them, they're extremely negative. I don't care what kind of opportunity you got, they're going to always find the wrong in it, okay? I don't care if you're trying to invest in stock, boy, I wouldn't do that. Somebody lost all their money on the stock market. Or you get in network marketing, oh, that's that pyramid stuff. Only people at the top make money. Always negative, negative, negative. They look at a half glass of water, and that's what they call a half glass instead of half full. They say it's half empty. Everybody with on that. Everything that these people do, they look at it from a negative standpoint of view. And I just want you to understand that out of 100% of the population, 20% of the population is extremely negative. Everybody with on that? Okay? Let's go to 67%. 67% of the population, now this is going to trip you guys out. They look, walk, talk, smell like they want to be successful. But I'm going to tell you something about these people. They never become successful because they don't have a bigger desire level and they have deep down rooted insecurities. Have you ever found people that they always walk around a job with I'm going to get rich books and they look impressive. They got a good talk. They sound good. They always trying to get y'all, we need to get an investment club going. They always trying to sound like they doing something. But when you see them 3 and 4 years later, nothing never pans out. Who ran into people like that? I used to be that person. Everybody with on that. I always had good ideas, but nothing never panned out, okay? Reason why this happened to 67% of the population is because these people want to. So let me share something with you. 67 plus 20 is what? 87. So when you're going out piquing people's interest, this is the majority of people you're going to run into. You need to understand that. Some of these people sign up and still ain't going to do nothing. They'll come in, they go 1 or 2 meetings, and you don't see them no more. Everybody with on that, okay? Now, let's go to 10%. These people here, they need an opportunity and mentorship. They need somebody to show them what they need to do. That's 10% of the population. That's who you're looking for. That's who I was when I was at Federal Express. When somebody found me, I needed an opportunity and I just need somebody to show me how to get rich in this business. That's all I needed. And I took it from there. Everybody with me on that? Okay? These are the kind of people you find on your jobs that should be a manager, but a lot of times they don't become the manager, but the manager always go to them for advice. Who know people like that on your job, right? Understand, these are the people you're looking for. Okay? And then the other 3% of the population, they are always very, very successful at everything they do. They already know what they do. They're going to come in, they'll come in Noni Juice and go straight to Triple Diamond Black Pearl. Okay? So understand that when you out piquing people's interest about this business, these are the people that you're looking for. And if you ever get a 3% in your organization, please get out of their way and let them get on to the top. Don't try to hold them back and try to constrain them. Just thank God they're in your group. Does that make sense? And understand when you saw in the population, you're going to run into these type of people out here. Understand though, this is the majority of the population. Now check this out. These people can always change, but in order for these people to change, they got to be put in the proper environment and they got to want to change. Does that make sense? Because I have never been here, but I started here. I was right here. And then when I got put in this over here in this environment, that's when I became here. And then when I came over to Hishinona International, I was here because I have already been successful before in all other companies. So when I came over here, it was like taking candy from a baby. Does that make sense? So understand that you can grow to all of these. But a lot of you guys are not even aware of this. Does that make sense? You know, you just, Ron, why my aunt don't see it? I've been talking to her, my friends don't see it. Now you know why, don't you? Everybody with you on that? And you don't need to waste your time, okay? A lot of times these people here will lead you to these people. Does that make sense? And some of these people here, when they come in our environment, grow to be a 10%. Does that make sense? So understand that this is in any business, restaurant, franchise, any kind of business, the percentage is the same. Everybody with me on that? I don't care what industry you're in, you always got 3% of the people that's very successful, 10% of the people that are wealthy, and then everybody else is just there complaining, whining, and got all kind of complaints why they can't do what they, does that make sense? That's just the way it is, and all you need to do is understand these figures and understand that you need to work around these figures and make sure that you're not stuck on these over here in these two sections. Does that make sense? Okay. Now, let's talk a little bit about the emotional roller coaster ride when you come into this business. New people, a lot of times, you need to understand this and don't get caught up on the emotional roller coaster ride, because a lot of times it knocks most of the new people out of the game. And that's in any business, because a lot of new people have an unrealistic expectation of what's going to happen, because they miss one factor. They're not factoring in them. Does that make sense? See, think about this for a minute. To each know the juice, everybody sell the same juice, don't we? Yes. We got the same comp plan. Our check come from the same company, and we're in the same city. Why is that some people real successful and some people not? Have you ever thought about that? Guess what? It's them. It's the individual. It's your desire level, your work ethic, your coachability, all of that. Does that make sense?